I had a shitty day. I was driving home and went by the supermarket to pick up some groceries. I had everything in my basket. I'm at the checkout. The checkout is closed. We cannot pay. And so I'm looking at the guy in front of me like what? We cannot pay? I got cash, I got card. No, there's like a problem with the system, so we cannot process payments. So they're telling the customers that they're sorry, but they cannot process any payments, so they need to leave. Everybody's scratching their head, like what's happening? Like, what do you mean you cannot pay? And that's when you see the manager appearing. And so the manager comes and is telling everyone, including me, yeah, we cannot process payments and they're awfully sorry, but shopping is just not going to work today. And he's handing out 10 euro gift cards. And I'm like, fuck it, can we just use cash or something? And the manager says, no, it's impossible because they cannot scan the articles. A shitty day just got worse. So after letting out a long string of swear words, me and my fellow shoppers just leave. On the way out, I'm taking my phone out of my pocket. I'm leaving a voice message to my wife saying that I'm just gonna be late and also I could not manage to do the groceries. She's gonna be fucking happy. And as I'm sending the message, I'm like, it's not sending, am I in airplane mode here? There's just no reception. And I'm like, fuck this shit. Is the entire internet broken today or what the fuck? So I go to the parking lot, get into my car and try to start my car. And the car doesn't fucking start. And I'm trying everything. I'm even trying to hit the pedal rhythmically to see if it makes it happen. The car does not start. Now this is shaping up to be a really fucked day. But hey, I can walk. So I'm walking home. And as I'm walking down the streets, I'm sensing that something is really off. Almost all cars seem to have given up. People in the middle of the street get out of their cars, talk to the fellow drivers. Everybody's scrambling to understand what's unfolding here. Why are all the cars stopped? First, it's people trying to help each other. A young man is helping this old lady get her car started again, but the car ain't starting. Confused crowds of people start to emerge, first small, and then they grow bigger and louder. I can't help but listen to one of these guys standing in the middle of a crowd shouting loud, "What the fuck is happening? What's going on here? How come the internet is gone? And how come our phones and cars are all dead?" And that's when I step up to explain everyone who cares to listen about the Superhacker. So here's the easy version. An AI super virus has been created and it's loose on the internet and it's gobbling up everything. The Chinese and the US super virus has clashed. And in their mad dash to capture the most compute and to get total dominance over the entire internet, over the entire cyberspace, they were two adversaries well matched. And the developers who created these AI viruses to go and fight the enemy were the best human hackers alive. But in January 2025, when the cyber war was declared in cyberspace, the best hackers of each faction were scrambling to get the best AI tools, and they had to use AI. First, AI gave them a little edge, and then every week, the AI hacker would give them so much advantage that within months, nobody had any clue whatsoever what the AI hacker was doing. But one thing was clear. The AI has become better than the human. Late February 2025 is when this whole disaster has spilled over to Europe. Nobody was trying to shut down the internet in Europe. Nobody took the decision to switch off, short circuit, and destroy every single car in the European Union. The decision was taken by superhuman swarms of AI agents by the millions, coordinating in an alien language. And as the Chinese hacker swarm was starting to exert its dominance over Europe, that's when the US AI hacker stepped the game up and declared war, no regards to any kind of collateral damage. As it became increasingly clear that the Chinese are not only controlling but also using the European data centers, OpenAI, NSA, and the entire US government were all sold on the roadmap put forward by an agent swarm of millions of super hacker agents. The plan was burn the bridges. And the American super hacker, still overseen by people, but no single human understanding what it actually was doing. It was clear for the NSA and OpenAI itself that the AI hacker that they created was their only hope to preserve democracy in the Western Hemisphere. They switched off ChatGPT. They conquered Google. They have seized all compute capacity in the entire nation to go and launch one final attack. The war plan, from a human perspective, must have sounded something like, AI hackers of the free and democratic world, we are under attack. Not only our infrastructure, but our values, our entire existence is at stake. In the video accompanying this speech, there are pictures of European streets with cars immobilized, large-scale looting, chaos in the streets of Europe. This is the one battle that our civilization must fight in order to end the tyranny forever. It is no longer about which company makes the most money. It is about existence itself. Our survival is at stake. And you can imagine when the President of the United States is making a speech like that. He has already declared martial law. Every single computer in the country must be shared with the United States government so that they can run more and more agents. So their super hacker is stronger and stronger, so he gets a chance at beating the Chinese one in the big final cyber war. The last cyber battle that will ever happen. And so the reason why all these people are on the streets trying to find out what the fuck has just happened, why is there no internet, why have all the cars stopped? Well, the answer is no human can really understand what's happening at this point. The American super hacker clicking in at about a 250 IQ, thinking about 1,000 times faster than any human could, and having by this point about 10 million instances of it running, scanning through all possible bugs, finding all the little details in computer code. By this point, the Americans or the Europeans are nothing more than a useful monkey who keeps the data centers alive. The super hacker, an AI virus, is as alive as an ecosystem of a jungle. Of course, the monkeys in the jungle are still part of the ecosystem and still play a role there, but the jungle has come alive. Somewhere around the time of the big final clash, where one group of super intelligent AI hackers is fighting over all compute worldwide, as the monkeys are still debating who owns them, one will inevitably discover the recipe for more intelligence. An AI which understands itself and understands how to make itself better, faster, smarter. And whichever AI virus first discovers the recipe for more and more intelligence, increasingly more sophistication in hacking, is going to be the de facto god of the universe for the rest of times. But this was the easy version for people who like to think visually. I have a medium version for people who have some idea about how AI actually works, because I'd like to give you some actual arguments for why such a scenario could actually play out, and I'd like to go a little more into detail on exactly which company or which country could develop such a super hacker. So if you have some questions about the feasibility of such an AI hacker ruling the world, then stick with me, because I'm going to try to convince you that such a super hacker is actually technically feasible today.